So you got the usual suspects.
Seattle's mayor seems to protect Antifa over his own police force, and it's finally backfiring. As at May Day USA's second event, journalist Jonathan Cho was attacked by Antifa.
Oh.
And even ran at Katie Davis Court as well.
I'm not touching you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
To which the police complained about her.
Make a choice now. We keep coming out here and putting officers in this situation. We need to stop.
Although they eventually did make a few arrests.
Uh-oh. Somebody's getting grounded. Yep.
It really seems like the police were reluctant to actually arrest anybody. As being in a deep blue city like Seattle, I don't necessarily blame them, as the city's mayor made this much worse himself, because what was initially a Christian prayer rally got labeled as fascist family values, and now—
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. How do they keep doing this?
the feds actually got to step in. As on May 24th, May Day USA held a Christian concert for Hands Off Our Kids.
That's nice.
Until massive amounts of protesters lined up to protest against the Christians, even throwing water balloons filled with likely not water. So eventually Seattle PD had to move in, making several arrests.
These militants.
Get them out of here. Get them out of here. That's right. Oh, man. Yep, thank God.
Being arrested and put in the wagon. These are.
But apparently the mayor didn't like that, as his official statement labeled it a extreme right-wing rally, saying—
What is that? So does that mean you get to go over there and hit him with sticks? Like, I mean, that's fine. You want to say it's a right-wing rally, but you still can't go over there and hit him with sticks. Today's far-right rally is held here promoting beliefs that are inherently opposed to our city's values. Really? Well, what about the belief that you don't hit people with sticks that you disagree with? I think that's a pretty big value.
Seattle is proud of its reputation, but the far-right rally held here is opposed to our city's values. And he's grateful for those who make their voices heard without resorting to violence in the face of extreme right-wing national effort.
Yeah,
it's almost—
of course. I mean, there's nobody is against counter-protesting or protesting something like this. I think that's fine. But the issue is that they intentionally blur the lines, and there are people that are violent, and they just get away with it. That's the issue. If people knew they would get fucked if they got in trouble for being violent, they would never do it. They do it because they think they can get away with it.
Almost like the mayor purposely ignored what actually happened and just wrote what he wanted to be true, as apparently it doesn't matter if journalists like Cho or Davis Court provide you 4K evidence of violence, they're just gonna hunker down with their fiery but mostly peaceful narrative. As Cho's show points out, the media tried to do it again, where the Daily Mail reported it as Christian prayer rally attacked by mob, while the Seattle Times said 23 arrests at fascist family values protest. Oddly omitting,
of course,
who was attacking who and the religious aspect of the story.
Isn't it crazy how people just totally fucking misrepresent things in this massive way, and nobody even seems to give a shit about it? And people just eat it up. Like, they eat it up like it's so totally fucking dishonest. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's why the word fascist means nothing. How is Antifa the most fascist group out there? Well, because that's the best way to do it. Like, why do you think that there's all the time these male feminists that turn out to be the biggest manipulators and abusers of women? Well, you're going to fish where the fish are.
A Christian concert saying leave the kids alone, with plenty of kids in attendance, getting mobbed by a group ironically carrying signs saying no hate in our neighborhood, and choose love, stand with us, or love thy neighbor.
Choose love or we're gonna hit you with a rock.
Neighbor, and Stop far-right violence.
Right.
It's almost like they label anything they don't like as far-right or fascist just so they can justify attacking it.
That's exactly
As it got
what it
so
is.
bad, Seattle even had to deploy
100%.
their poetry police. I imagine it's just an acronym, but I equally believe Seattle PD would pilot some slam poetry peace officers, as they saw the worst sign I've ever seen, saying, "I heart boy," and then another word for cat. There's really no
I love boy pussy? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. We really out here.
where in public you should be waving that sign,
Yeah.
but this concert
you
has to be the
doing?
worst. But what makes this even worse is even after all the arrests, since the mayor seemed to side with the protesters, when Mayday USA called for the mayor to resign 3 days later,
Yeah.
the same group protested them again.
Hundreds of Christians and their allies went scorched earth on Mayor Bruce Harrell outside Seattle City Hall.
It's time for the mayor to resign!
Pastor Russell Johnson led
See,
the
this
charge.
is one of the things that I think if you really want to make a big change and you want to make this stuff stop, you have to show these people that they are a minority. Oh, a lot of these people operate off of consensus thought. And so you can make and demoralize a huge amount of them by just making them realize that they're not the majority and their opinions aren't the popular opinion to have. I think that a lot of people really downplay and don't really give enough credibility to the power of consensus and how much that influences people's behavior. If people think this is the opinion that everybody has, they will be much more likely to have that opinion. So, like, the best way to deal with this is to confront it and show these people that they are small and radical minorities.
demanding an apology or a resignation from Harrell
Ooh.
after he
Ooh.
labeled their peaceful concert at Cal Anderson Park over the weekend an extreme right-wing rally.
That's right.
This time feeling bold enough to square up with the police.
What do all of them have in common? Every single one. It's a bunch of fucking white people that are trying to carry around a cross and find a cop to nail them up to it. You are not protesting civil rights. You're not Rosa Parks. You're just a retard in a park. Please stop. This is exhausting. This is crazy. Some fat middle-aged man is trying to get in a fight. Are you being serious, man? What are you doing? Yep.
Now, I don't want to be mean to someone that may be terribly ill, but realistically, Blue Hat should never feel emboldened to fight that much larger police officer, unless
Yep.
the police officer's boss both publicly endorsed and encouraged it. As we saw earlier, they attacked Jonathan Cho, then went after Katie Davis Court, and then went after other attendees not recording, and even this mother with her kid, which I don't even think I can show on here.
Jesus.
So the Seattle police shut down entire sections of the city, and actually had to escort the religious group out of the area. But then the police
Oh my
officer
god. Bro, this place is a fucking zoo. What the hell happened? Oh my god.
Officers Guild put out this ominous warning, stating over 700 coppers have fled the city due to lack of action against Antifa criminals who did
Yeah, see, this is the reason why, is that, like, eventually these people are going to get what they want. I wish there was a way that we could just have it to where people like this, it would be great if there was a way that you could, on your taxes, just say that you don't support the police and it lowers your taxes, but then you can't get 911 calls. and then there's like a database of everybody who's there online, and so people can just go over there. Yeah, I wonder what would happen. I think that their defund the police mindset would go away instantaneously. Pretty much overnight.
Public safety. And now they do not have the staffing to handle these demonstrations that turn into mass arrests, as 1/4 of their remaining officers are eligible to retire, which may lead to even further turnover. And again,
yeah, if you're a police officer, why would you want to be a police officer in a city where the government actively tries to make you look bad, they handicap you constantly, you are a punching bag for a bunch of mentally ill college students, and you're not able to do your job? Like, why would you want to do that as a cop? I certainly fucking wouldn't. That would be awful.
Like this is all going as planned. The mayor publicly supports the protesters while ignoring the pleas of their police, which gives the activists exactly what they wanted by dismantling law enforcement from within. I just don't think the mayor expected the feds to step in, as Deputy Director Dan Bongino stated they will—
Oh boy. See, this is what we need to actually have happen. Is you need to have actual accountability for this kind of stuff where the government gets involved and then these people get shut down for doing it.
Look into the attacks in Seattle, as freedom of religion isn't a suggestion. With the mayor responding, free speech protections are fundamental. We will not shy away from standing up for Seattle residents and values under pressure from the Trump administration. Why does
free
it always—
Free speech is when you hit somebody. And it's when you take a stick and you hit them with a stick. That's free speech,
seem like
guys.
The mayor is just the PR department for Antifa, because I imagine he thinks he's earning favor from these activists, completely oblivious to the fact that at some point he's going to disagree with the mob, and they'll quickly forget all the protection that he once gave them. But I don't feel sorry for Seattle. I'll just say sayonara. Yes, I know that's a Japanese word, but whatever, weebs. I don't need your approval to alliterate. But if you appreciate my concise, light-order commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice.
I had no idea it was such a fucking circus over there. I really didn't. I had no idea. That is so fucking funny. Because I thought all of this stuff kind of ended, but I think that really what happens is that a lot of the people that go out and do this, I don't think that they have like anything else to do. So they just go out and they do these protests and they pop off and they do this stupid stuff. Remember Chaz? Yeah, I think that was in Seattle, wasn't it? There's the video. Give the video a like. Welcome to Blue America. Yeah, I guess so. It's really, really bad. And I do hope that now, like, now that it's been like kind of, observed more, that you'll see more people pushing back against it and shitting on it, right? And like being, like okay with the government coming in and shutting these people down, right? There's the video. Give it a like. I totally agree with this. And absolutely, Seattle has a huge drug problem. I wonder why. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless people. They take advantage of these kinds of things, especially damaged property, to take over the places. Yeah, I think that probably happens sometimes for sure. Like, I think it's very, very common. Streamer protesting protesters? Yeah, it's about right. And so many people leave Washington? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to live there, right? I mean, like, I'm going to be honest. Like, I certainly wouldn't. I mean, it's a nice place, but, like, to have to deal with people that are, like, roaming around and, like, so aggressive and violent, I mean, I just don't really think that's going to happen. I mean, fuck that. And, yeah, that's it. You helped me more than yeah, exactly. Share a link again. Yeah, I'll link it again for you guys. Yeah, it sucks here. That does suck. I didn't even realize it was that bad. Plus the cold. Yeah. I mean, no doubt.